Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hajime no Ippo, episode 9. Okay.
Alright.
So Takamura has one-punched his opponent, and...
He has indeed. He ate the tomato.
Yes, he ate that tomato.
That's right.
And he punched that tomato in the face, like...
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, the Mad Lad, like, that was fantastic. But he also showed, I would say, his dedication and his tenacity to the sport of boxing and how it's something that he lives.
Right.
Like, when it's something that affects, your, in some ways in a negative way, your home, your daily livelihood,
Yeah.
It means it's, like the #1 focus.
Right.
And Ippo needing to understand that over, let's say...
needing to understand the naughty pictures of the girls in the magazines.
Or in some ways having friends. Like, you will have friends. Like, you will gain friends by just going after this, because there's just going to be other people that will gather around you.
But Takamura's circle of friends is very much constrained to the gym.
Yeah.
At least it seems that way.
Yeah, it does seem that way. Because boy could use a lady friend, it seems like. Oh man, that apartment, his what does he call it? His pad?
Yeah, his pad.
His pad. Oh my gosh, that's basically it. It's just a pad on the ground,
That's right.
Oh man, guys, this is gonna be awesome. So without further ado, let's get into this now. Yeah. 家の夢を見て Rolling go The fighting 何も考えずに今を生きるだけの奥を支えているStreet song. Want to dive lost in mind. I want to dive lost in mind. I want feeling. Itsumo. I want to dive lost in mind. I want to dive lost in mind. Why? I want to dive feeling over. Easy no, I got kimi ni. 一瞬の光を送ってる Yeah 永遠の夢を見て Rolling go Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. Not for other people. Wow.
Watch Aoki-san prepare you.
Ah, good.
Oh!
They're like an old married couple.
Right. Oh! Okay. Oh, what is that face? Oh my god.
A bunch of people all go into the take the exam.
Cute girl detected. Cute girl detected. Cute girl detected. Oh,
that's
on the
right.
bike. Yeah.
You got smashed. Cocky.
Cocky.
Wow.
Oh, this is amazing. Okay, cool. So we might get to know Ippo's like stats and height, body weight, and all that. Dang, that guy was 140 pounds. That's it.
Well, the other guy before was 117.
I know, but we didn't see him.
That's true.
Okay, 124. Okay, that makes sense. Oh my god. This guy's a killer. And he's unlucky number 13. But he's lanky too. He's not. Oh, he's the same weight as you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oof. How are they only 125 pounds? I mean, I
muscle
understand
density.
Ippo.
Muscle density.
Yeah.
Like they got no fluff. Ippo is short, so it makes sense. But
the thing is, muscle weighs more than fat.
Right. But I'm saying that's why they look so big when they're
Because they
aren't.
have no extra fat.
Exactly.
On them.
Yeah. Oof. Oh, is it the one they just built up earlier?
Probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my god.
What a goober.
At least people won't be taking him seriously in the ring,
this
maybe.
guy's focused. Oh, but he doesn't like the distraction. Gotcha.
Featherweight.
Oh.
Grunt ambiguously.
Okay, bro.
I broke my hand before I even boxed.
Right. And he is bragging about the 10-second knockout earlier. Oh, dang it, they're doing the numbers next to each other.
Yeah.
So if we do the math,
Yep.
12 and 13. Actually, would it be? It would be 11 and 12, I think, actually.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, but the weight was different for 11.
Oh, gotcha.
Remember, 11
yeah.
was a lot bigger, so... Lies! Deception! Spill your blood.
Alright.
That's awesome! I don't want to spill blood. Oh, okay,
11 and
okay, it
12.
was 11 and 12, okay.
He's actually in a box.
Gotcha.
Okay.
He's mumbling.
Wouldn't be sure about that. I'm talking about that guy.
Right.
Like,
Oh, nice. It's almost like slow motion.
and uppercut.
Oh! Oh! Oh no, he's gonna punch so hard. Oh, he knocked out his mouth guard. Oh my god. Wow. They're like, well, crap, like, we didn't get to see as much as we wanted. We need another fighter to come in. Number 13, you're next. Get in here and fight this guy. Oops. Oh.
Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, crap. So his buddy's about to get pulverized by number 13.
If he does, he does.
He's looking at him, he's like, what the? Oh, this guy's creepy and weird. Wait. Oh.
He's leaving an opening to go to
he's got a different guard. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa!
Isn't he kind of far away?
Flicker jabs. What? Jeez!
Okay.
Oh, and none of them are extremely strong. They're just utilizing his range and a rapid flurry of attacks. Oh. Whoa, whoa.
And he's disqualified.
Yeah, bro, like, you interfered with the... Well, this guy's not gonna fight Ippo at all in this show.
Nope, never.
Never, no.
Never.
No, never at all. No. Also, Jacob and I are never sarcastic. Never. No. 100% serious. Oh, the leeway, dang. Dang. Oh, two. Mashiba. Okay. Ah! He's not even looking at him in the eye.
I know.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, good. He walks away. He's like, I've got the power in this situation. I've got things to do. But all right. We got another fighter, another name to remember. Mashiba. Who was that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, you're a licensed boxer. Boy.
Yeah.
Ah, he's so excited. Caution on the back. Probably a disclaimer like, we are not responsible for your death, your maiming, or... Look at that wholesome smile, you goobered old... He's like, no, I need to be stern. Right. Yes. He's gone. He's not even there. Okay, so someone's stalking him. Oh. Wow. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, now he has a reason.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, that was great. That was great.
Oh, that was so much better than him actually punching them.
Yeah, yeah.
He learned.
He's got it.
He learned from Takamura. He doesn't need to hit them.
Yep.
It was already swinging. That's not fair.
I brought a video.
Miata. Dang. Wow. That counter punch, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The other guy, Mashiba, or yep.
Wow. Cool. Awesome.
We'll find out next episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's too easy.
Yeah. I know I say this like every time, but I really love this ending.
Yeah, you do say it every time.
I know, but it deserves to be said. Like,
I gotcha. Yeah, it's really good. Because the
thing is, it has the contrast with the energy of the show to something so relaxing and wholesome, which also gets at the heart of the show.
Right.
Like and again, this is very high praise, but the ending that comes to mind for comparison is the Black Lagoon ending.
Gotcha.
Because that show was also had a lot of crazy energy and stuff, but then it had this very subdued ending that tied into the themes very well, and this does that too.
Yeah. Well, wow, that was an episode.
It was, yeah.
And we got a lot.
Yep,
like
we did.
Mashiba. We have his whole flicker jab that he learned from Hearns. Yep. I'll get that name
something
right.
Like that, yeah.
Something like that.
And then Ippo with his exam.
Yep. Did exceptionally well. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, we enter the world of pros.
We do, and so early. It feels kind of strange because I'm since like the previous sports anime that we were used to was Haikyuu, and that's all in like high school and stuff. It feels weird having the main character before even the double-digit episodes already be a pro, you know? Like,
he is still a noob in, as far as experience goes, but they're making a very good point to show that he is kind of an exceptional,
absolutely,
savant. When not really a savant, but someone who has all the right variables working for him so that he can enter the world of pros quicker than average.
Right, yeah, because, only 6 months of boxing and he's already able to do this, which is pretty incredible. I mean, he has a lot of amazing people teaching him.
Yes,
and he's
that's a very
also,
good thing to bring up.
They're, like, the whole thing of working at his mom's shop and stuff helped him, get stronger and things like that, and he's been very dedicated, but, yeah.
But that's a good thing to bring up, is that he is doing all this physical stuff in addition to this, so he's effectively dedicated his life for the last 6 months to boxing.
Yep.
And he is getting thrust into things rather quickly by people who know what they're doing, so that aids the process as a whole. But one of the things that's you're right, is good to bring up is that the people around him are so good that what probably would take someone else a year or two is taking him 6 months.
Right.
And it's pretty cool also to think about a show that's a sports anime like this going into the pro scene so quickly. I wonder if that means we're actually going to spend an inordinate amount of time on just boxing matches. Because
I would not be surprised at all.
Because I think you would at some point start to get, like, I mean, I don't doubt this show, but I think you would start to get a little bit, you'd have to slow down the story either in the boxing matches or in the character moments that happen in between matches.
Sure, or make it so that, like, the focus extends to other characters. So maybe we show, like, let's say, for instance, right here, okay, we're focusing on Ippo. But if we had some points where we focused on Miyata and Takamura and, like, their journeys and stuff, because you could still have Ippo be participating in those matches by watching.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
Especially if it's, like, an important match where he's, like, maybe he's actually there watching it live.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Yeah. But yeah, they're really ripping and rolling with this, and it's kind of cool because, like, okay, Hajime no Ippo as a show is very wholesome and, you know, inspiring and all that.
Yeah.
And I feel like the fact that they had this moment where Ippo's reflecting on this and being like, oh wow, yeah, I've really changed a lot in the last 6 months is really cool, because while Ippo has some incredible circumstances that helped him change so much in 6 months.
Yeah.
The fact that 6 months of dedication to something really can change
everything. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Because a lot of the time I feel like the reason people don't do that is because they don't think anything will come of it.
Right.
And then it doesn't happen.
And also they're not willing to actually focus their number one priority. Yeah. You know, whatever slot onto this thing,
because this is Ippo's life right now. Like, there's nothing else really.
Yeah. School is definitely secondary to this.
Yep.
And then probably sleep is number 3.
Sure. And I love that. Okay, the scene with the bullies was handled very well, because I was kind of worried about how they were going to handle that, because the whole thing of him running, that was like, and just them not being able to catch up with him, that was fantastic. But one of the things I was kind of worried about with Ippo as a character, he's not the type of person for revenge, right? So I was like, how are they going to handle this? Because they're going to become a problem at some point where he will have to really stand up to them. You know, he can't just run away.
Oh, I thought they were done. I did not think that.
Yeah, and that
I was like, oh.
And the way they handled it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that could be how they do it, and there we go. But the fact that they brought them back, it's like, okay, this is going to be the final time, I'm guessing, with them.
Yes.
Right? And then it's like, all right, how are they going to do this? They're not just going to let him leave.
Yep.
So what? You know, but then it's just, and he just grabs it.
That was so good. Because the idea that he's right there, he's in his position where he could deliver a devastating uppercut.
Right. It's like, and the way he, like, looked at Ippo's eyes, and it's just like this idea of he realizes, oh, Ippo's, like, knocked out people from, like, this position right here. But then he just grabs the thing. And that's it.
And it's with his left. Like, it's these little things where you realize, oh, Ippo's jab is really good with his left. We don't see him jab as much with his right, and yet the thing he grabs, you know, he grabs license with his left. It's like, oh, look, that was a jab right there. The leaves and everything. And it all comes together, and it's wonderful. So we introduce the world of pro applicants, and these are big guys. Like, they all have multiple inches on Ippo in terms of height.
How they're 125 pounds, I don't know, but
maybe that's actually it. That's a good point, Jacob. You were right in that those ones actually don't have as much muscle density.
Oh, gotcha.
But Ippo does, and that's how it's more of like, how is Ippo 125 pounds?
Sure. Yeah.
You know, despite being so jacked and strong.
And one of the things that is easy to forget when watching shows is that, you know what I'm going to say, is that you can't really tell how tall people are.
Exactly.
You can tell how tall people are relative to each other. But, like, Takamura, he looks like a giant, but he might actually be, like,
5'8".
Yeah, or, you know, 5'10" or something like that, right? Yeah. And then Ippo's, like, 5'2", and then it's like, okay, then it totally makes sense for him to be 125 pounds, right?
If anything, 125 pounds with a majority of it being muscle, you know, outside of bones.
And really, like, cut down so it's pure muscle.
That's a strong boy right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really strong boy. So, yeah, Takamura is probably the biggest person we've seen thus far, I think.
Right.
But still...
But considering that they're going into the pro world, we're probably going to see people way bigger. Because this is the featherweight.
I wish they... Because I know weight is basically the main thing that's important. I wish they had shown us kind of Ippo's, you know, height by centimeters. And, or... like some other physical measurements, specifically to give us an idea of his size to body mass ratio and all that. Like, that would be kind of cool, because we're entering into an arena where that is actually relevant.
Right.
Because I know that it's, like you said, it's more relevant about the height relative to...
Like reach and things like that, or...
Yeah, relative to our main character. So, like, you know, the reach of Mashiba is definitely that. That's way larger than, you know, Ippo's.
Yeah.
You know, exceptionally so. But I would love to see Mashiba stand next to Takamura, even, just to give us an idea of, oh, okay, he looks tall from Ippo's perspective.
Yeah.
But he's probably only like 3 or 4 inches taller, you know?
Because of, you know, Ippo, everyone can look tall fairly easily, to, you know, compared to Ippo. So,
like, the bullies looked really tall, because Ippo's like, oh, like, crouched down here, like, looking up, like, don't make me do it, buddy. So Mashiba is textbook, like,
villain, like, this is not rival, this is not antagonist, this is villain.
Yeah, this guy is like, hilarious. But the thing is that's great, is they made him actually competent.
Yes,
like,
that was good.
Like,
that was
this
really
is the
good.
thing. Half of these characters that are made like this are so incompetent that you cannot take them seriously, even in the slightest. But this guy, no, I'm genuinely terrified, yeah, from his flicker jab, you know? Terra flicker jab, you know?
But if anything, that was the one thing that made it a little bit, make me not take him quite as seriously, other than the fact that he's so overly, you know, evil. But the goofiness of it, because when Miyata, okay, now Miyata is clearly one of the more important characters of the show, right? Yeah. Mashiba is not. But with Miyata, when he fought, he had a very different style, but it still looked realistic in how it was animated. And I get that the whole point of this is that it's sort of like a tricky trick, you know? Like,
or it's just something you can't track with your eyes.
Right, exactly.
That's why
that's the whole point. That's
why the
works.
animation actually makes it actually cool.
Right, because it makes it make sense, even though it's one of those things of, like, we've never seen that kind of super stylized animation used in Ippo up till now.
No, we've just seen papows and, you know, dramatized sound effects and white like explosion clouds coming off of punches. Nothing dramatized at all. But like,
not at all.
But I'm with you in that the arm movements were extremely wonky. But what I liked about it was that the type of punch, like the style of the punch and what have you, makes a lot of sense from a technical, like tactical perspective.
Sure.
It's something that you're intentionally trying to make someone lose track of where your fist is going, so you just overwhelm
so you can
them.
just get close to, basically disorient them, so that then you can go up and just wail on them. Yeah.
Right, and also land some legitimate punches, not just make them, you know, kind of and when you have, you know, 2D animation and stuff like this is something that you can actually do. The unfortunate thing of live action is that someone would have to learn how to actually flicker jab, which apparently is something that is not common.
Right.
It's something that a specific pro boxer, an American boxer, Thomas Hearns, kind of developed as his, like, signature move technique.
Right. The ultimate technique.
But that's a thing that really happens in boxing, is you have people that will take something that is a, you know, like a jab, and that's something that everyone uses, and they'll add their little flavor twist to it, like Miyata's counterpunch.
Exactly.
And having every character potentially come in with their own superpower, their own technical technique, flavor of punch, I think is great, because let's be real, if we're in the pro scene for this long, like, there's a lot of episodes of Ippo to look forward to. I don't want these characters to blend together. I want them all to feel unique and different, and this is another layer that adds to that. And yes, it's goofy. It's going to be...
And hey, I am all for it, as long as... And this is something that they're obviously not going to do, but as long as they don't do some, like, I'm going to twist up my arm for some super punch.
No.
Then, you know. Yeah.
What I've heard from people who have watched Hajime no Ippo is that it is the quintessential, like, realistic, like, sports anime.
With just a little bit of, like, anime stylization.
No, like, it is the, like, realistic one. Like...
Well, right, yeah.
But I mean, like, there's almost nothing in anime that's this realistic when
Right.
it comes to
No,
like,
yeah.
delving into the sports, like actual things that
Right.
it
I'm not
involves.
talking about that it isn't the most realistic of the anime, sports things, especially with regards to boxing.
Especially with regards to boxing. Yeah.
But that it's not going to be like, exact. Like the tentacle arm is not literally what's happening. That's just what it looks like to people, like Ippo, for instance,
Yes.
because he's not used to it.
But then that doesn't make it unrealistic. That doesn't make it an anime flashy thing. That is actually what it would look like because he's moving it that fast. And I think that's a cool thing to bring up is that to us, we go, oh, look, goofy spaghetti tentacle arms.
Tentacle powers are always OP.
Yeah, exactly. But instead it's like, no, that is how fast he's moving his arm. He has trained himself to be able to do that. We're thinking like, where's the elbow joints involved in here?
Bonus erraticus,
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a couple things that they showed us that I think makes it feel like it makes sense. Is one, the punches weren't actually that strong.
No.
The punches coming from the flicker jab were actually like a flicker of a jab,
Right.
They were jabs and they disoriented the opponent, but then it was the follow-up punches that were the really big ones. Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually looking forward to the other types of punching techniques that will come into play like in the future, because while this one is one that I think doesn't seem as interesting as say Miyata's counterpunch, because counterpunch is about as simple as it gets.
Right.
We like understand that whole process entirely. You punch, but I counter your punch with my punch, and you're down. Right. It's perfect.
Yep. And with this, I'm really interested to see how it will go when they eventually fight, because I could see it being done very simply in a way that would be kind of unsatisfying, where basically it's just like he wails on Ippo goes down, but then Ippo gets back up and your technique is useless on me, and then he, beats the other guy. And that's, clearly not what's going to happen, right? Because Ippo, as a show, they handle things very tactically and stuff, which is going to be really cool to basically get in Ippo's headspace as he's trying to avoid these flicker jabs and all the craziness that happens from that.
Okay.
Because it's something completely unlike anything he's seen before. Because with Miyata, it was always like, okay, he's got his counter punches, I need to watch out for that. This is like, this guy is going to be going on the offensive and bring some really weird tricks to the table. Right. You got to watch out for those.
Yeah, I think that there's almost a guaranteed way Ippo's going to respond to it. Is he's going to weave and dodge and get in close. Like, if you think about this whole flicker jab thing, it doesn't seem to work. It doesn't seem to look good. It doesn't look like it would work well at close range.
Sure, like, yeah, because
he's relying on his lanky arms and his, his height to...
And if people just charged it and got it really close, then, yeah, what's he going to do?
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's footwork is going to be like. They did say that his hip was beautifully supporting the punches.
Which is probably really important since the arm is moving so fast. Actually getting the rest of the body to give it the power that it needs to have impact is probably really tough.
Yeah, it's not just flailing around or losing momentum as he makes punches, which you would think it would, because it would just be tiring to make that much rapid movement. But actually, the hips are moving, properly with the rest of the arm as well, or the rest of the body. Right. Okay, so that's a cool new thing. We have a pro match coming up for Ippo.
But who would it be?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be anyone that we know.
No, probably not.
I think it would be cool if they were like, oh, just throw it directly to Mashiba, but that doesn't make sense because he already had his first debut match.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But what I am excited for is that this is, I think, the move towards the show becoming an ensemble cast.
Sure.
And every character being relevant in some way. If you look at how many people different people had dialogue in this episode comparatively to other episodes in Ippo, this one was dramatically towards like the larger cast. Right. We were introduced to the friend. Remember the nice guy at the test? A bunch of the other applicants spoke at the test.
Yep.
There was the actual like people doing the weigh-ins and stuff. The world got a lot bigger because they're going into the area of pros.
They're outside of just the gym.
They even mentioned again the bicycle girl, which we completely forgot about. We were like, oh, look, pretty woman. But it's like, no, this is the girl that he was all like, oh,
Ippo's nuts remember the impact that caused as a result of seeing that pretty girl. Because, wow, that thing coming right out of the concrete at just the perfect height. Because that's what happened. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I misinterpreted exactly what you're saying this whole time. You made it way too
roundabout.
Yeah.
Well, one thing, that I gotta say, I absolutely loved Takamura's choice of words. Was he was like, "Hey,
yes,
you're pretty cocky, aren't you?"
That was amazing.
Takamura can make the dad jokes, like.
Yeah, I also love the beginning and how Aiki and Kimura were kind of trying to get him relaxed and cheered up, whereas they were initially looking like a bunch of goobers. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh no, they were actually trying to get him just to relax and calm down and feel a little more positive. So they're like, aha, we are successful. We are
Keikaku Dori.
Exactly. And then Takamura comes out and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna brag to you about how like awesome I was. Then we find out when he's talking with Fuji alone, he's like, yeah, I was pathetic when I did my first applicant's exam. I was just like, I knew it, Takamura. And then you have Kamugawa just coming to be like, who to say? Just throwing his cane around.
Okay, I love the part where he throws his cane and it like spins around. Yes. His neck. Like, that was just...
There's something about this show that's really surprising in that they can take such a competitive, aggressive sports format and meld it with all this wholesome humor.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, I didn't know that would be such a winning combo. Right. But it is. It just is.
Because exactly. Because I would expect that it would be more, all right, come on, get that aggression levels up so you can beat the crap out of the other guy. All right, let's go.
And that hasn't ever really been a thing until Mashiba showed up, because I think that's who Ippo is. Ippo requires a certain type of teaching. Whereas if you think about what that means for Mashiba is that the reason why he's so aggressive and he bumps in between their little fist bump thing or their handshake and then he punches the wall
with his bare hands
with the poster on it or whatever, the metal plaque or something. Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's because that's the character he was. So whenever he was trained, that part of him was accentuated.
Right, that was what he responded to.
That's what he responded to, which is interesting, guys. What this means is that Ippo is not going to be changed by this whole experience of becoming some kind of, aggressive person over time. If anything, that's going to be his hallmark. That's going to be something that when people will fight with him, they'll be like, wow, you're so good in the ring, and yet you're so wholesome, I can't be mad at you. What is your deal? He's like, the
blushing boxer.
Right. Like, I'd love to hear like the nicest boxer in all of boxing.
But watch out, because he'll beat the crap out of you.
Right. And I love that. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this reaction discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can check out early access there. Full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access where you can chat with us about stories or just whatever, and if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.